I know that no matter what age you are striving to stay or become healthy. But I also know from working with so many clients that the older we get, the more we fear not only health, but our appearance. We fear what it means to get older. We're living in a society where getting old is not cool. And we're living in a society where getting older, living longer, reflects on worse health. We've walked away from the ancient tribes where getting older, living longer meant becoming wiser, becoming an elder that the younger ones relied on for education and advice. And they were not at all concerned about their looks and their wrinkles or the color of their hair. Why? Because they were proud to have lived that long. And I want to talk to you a little bit about this. My name is Hilde Larsen. I'm a health and mindset coach. I'm a detox specialist and author of 3 books. I'm also a speaker, but most of all, you see, I'm a life enthusiast. And this is why this interests me, because I work with a lot of women who are walking into menopause, walking into deep change, like I've walked through myself, like I've been through, like I'm going through, growing out my gray feathers, growing out my power, meaning stepping even more into who I am. And no, this is no judgment to wanting to stay fit. This is not about not wanting or not aiming towards being the best version of you. This is about no judgment. This is about self-love. This is about realizing that every year you live in this body, it's a blessing. You've been given a gift every year, and to not appreciate every season of your life, not appreciate every moment, every part of what it's like to be young, to be an adult, to be a grandma, to be a great grandma or a granddad, a dad or an uncle or an aunt, whatever it is, all of these seasons are equally blessed by the power of nature. And you'll see this in nature. The trees, they grow older, they grow bigger, they grow more powerful, they emanate more energy, they have more healing power. And I remember years back, I was reading a book by Deepak Chopra, and I cannot remember which one it was, but he had a story in there which really stuck with me. He was talking about our brain and our programming and what our belief systems have been programmed to, or as we have been programmed, our body and an entire myriad of cells will believe. You know, it's all about the internal environment. So he told this story about an ancient tribe, and you can take it as, like a visual story, like just getting the point from it, or you can believe that it actually happened. It really doesn't matter, because I got some really good insights from that, and I hope that you will too. So he's telling about this tribe where they had no other means of contacting each other than running physically from one tribe to another. They would send smoke signals if they needed help, or I'm sure they had a lot of ways to do that, to give signals of what was going on. But clear messages was sent by them literally running from one part of the valley or one mountaintop to another, whichever it was. And within this tribe, or these tribes, it was very well known that the 30-year-old runner was a better runner, a faster runner than the 20-year-old. And the 40-year-old was better than the 30-year-old. The 50-year-old was better than the 40-year-old. The 60-year-old was better than the 50-year-old. They firmly believed and manifested an experience that the longer you had been practicing, the better you got at it. They had not the same conception that we have of degeneration. So why do we have that? I have an idea. Why do we believe that? It's not only advertising. The advertising is only telling us what we already believe, or it's only outlining. It's only emphasizing on what we already believe, from what we see around us. We see degeneration. We see people leaning forward. We see calcification. We see medication. We see hospitals. We see care facilities. This is what we see. Walkers, wheelchairs. This is what we visually see. So we adopt this as a truth, and we fear it as we ourselves walk into another season of our life. I want to communicate that it doesn't have to be this way. I'm not saying we should even aim to reverse aging. Why would you want to reverse aging? It's a part of the natural process. It's a part of how we are created. Our body literally goes back to the earth to get recycled. But should we live maybe 40 years healthy, then another 30 years not so healthy? And if we're lucky, should we live another 20 years on top of that, heavily medicated, but we have a prolonged life? Or are we designed to live for 200 years, 300 years, 500 years, 600 years, like the old scriptures? We don't know. We can only imagine. But what we do know is that we are affected by everything we live, in the sense of think, feel, smell, eat, and do. So what if we could live a longer life, a healthier life, a happier life, and age gracefully, happily, healthily, without judgment? How would that change our society? I believe it would change it greatly, because what we fear most, and I see this, what we fear most is death, because of what we believe it represents. What we fear the most is to get old and sick and alone. First of all, you're never alone. We're all in this together. And I want you to sit down and really feel into the gift that it is to grow older in a very healthy, mindful way, living through gratitude. You're so much wiser now. You're so much smarter now. You have so many experiences. But we also have so many traumas, so much crap. If we've been eating like crap, we feel like crap. Literally stagnancy, literally constipation on all levels. Our pineal gland is calcified, so we cannot think clearly. We cannot see clearly for ourselves. This is a big problem. When you start eating healthier, meaning when you go towards the raw living food that nature has provided for our species, you will feel more uplifted and awakened, because you will flood your entire being with a higher energetics, and you will literally connect with nature in a very different way. And I hope that through doing that, we can all stop judging our age, how we live, where we live, looking for faults in ourselves and others. I believe that only through having looked at yourself from a very judging mindset are you judging others. And remember, today is the youngest that you will ever be for the rest of this lifetime. So this is a celebration of the most youthful you will be as far as your chronological age. But is it the best that you can feel? Are you living the best of life? Most of us aren't, because we're conditioned from what we perceive as being expected from us. I even had, a short time where I had to go through this, allowing all my gray feathers to grow out, allowing all my beautiful long black hair to fall off. It was beautiful, but it was not natural. Not judging, but it wasn't natural. So in just allowing that, you have to go through, oh my God, what are people going to think? What is it going to look like? Am I going to look older? And then we have to go through, what does that mean? If I look older, what does it mean? Society has then imprinted into us as if you look older, you don't look as good as. This is literally keeping us from living our best lives. You have so much creativity in you. You have so much power. You have so much joy. You have so much to give, so much to contribute with. Don't let anything about your looks, about your age, about how things change in your life when you get older, don't let that ever dim your light. Because I'm actually a firm believer. You live longer, you learn more, you attract more wisdom, you have more time to work on yourself. You will have more to give to the younger ones, walking in your footsteps. So this is a shout out to all of you that have lived for a while on this planet. We need to stand up, and we need to be real, and we need to be confident, and we need to show up for the young ones, for the little ones, for the grandchildren. When I look at the world today, this is where my heart is. This is where my passion is. I do intensely want to contribute so that my grandchildren can live a better life than the grim outlook that you can see in front of you if that's where you're looking. The beauty is we have the choices right in front of us. Every morning we wake up, we can choose what we're going to eat, what we're going to say, what we're going to think, and yes, what we're going to feel. I have 3 books out, and you might know this, but there's one of them that I want to put your attention to today, like really short. It's called No More Bullshit. And this is what it's about. It's about letting go of everything that's not serving you anymore. No worry is ever serving us. No fear is ever serving us. Empower yourself. And start by doing something that's hard. Do something that feels like a struggle. The gold is in the struggle. Get outside the comfort zone. Throw your mask. This type of mask that we're putting on to show up as someone else. Someone that we're not. Pull it off. Show your real self. You're beautiful, just as you are. There's only one you, and you are unique. Okay, so thank you for listening to my rambling about age. And remember, not to contradict myself, but if you step up, allow your body to cleanse out all that crap that's been holding you back, your cells will literally regenerate. And that in itself you could call anti-aging. I would say rather that you are reversing premature aging, because that's what we're seeing around us. The body is built to regenerate. Every part of the body is built to regenerate. So we're seeking the same thing, no matter what age you are. If you're 15, if you're 25, if you're 40, if you're 60, if you're 95 and beyond, we're seeking the same thing. We're seeking the good life. We're seeking to feel joy and love in our hearts. And that's not going to be found by resenting where we're at. So let's create this movement that every age has its beauty, its place, its grandiosity, and reason to celebrate. But do it truthfully. Let's be authentic. Let's have real talks. The industry of marketing and so many other industries have been telling us to pop pills, to alter how we look, to alter how we think, to step in line. For what? To end up depressed, anxious, afraid. No more. Blessings and love. Bye. See you in the next video. Oh, like and share. I get told to say that, so now I said it. Like and share this video. More information below this video if you want to know more about me, how we can connect, and how you can walk towards being the best version of you. Because that's what I'm here to teach you. Real talks about health and mindset. Bye for now.